Alright, what is good, ULM? Today I have a UU match for you guys, and it was against my boy Dance with Swords. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into this match. So, I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with my Ambit Bomb real quick, as he's just gonna lead off with his Honchkrow. I'm just gonna go for the fake out like all Ambit Bombs do, and I'm gonna get the first turn crit, which is really unlucky for, Swords, so I'm really sorry about that, man. So, down goes the Honchkrow, and he's just gonna go out into his I Am a Goat, his Kabalion, I think his name is. So I'm just gonna go for the low kick, predicting him to over predict, and I'm gonna get another crit, which really sucks for, my opponent, so I'm really sorry about that, man. So down goes Kabalion, and he's just gonna go out into his Victini. I don't really appreciate a V-crate to the face, so I'm gonna switch out, go out into my Melodic to take it. However, he predicts me to do that and goes for the U-turn, which was just great play on his part. So, you know, he's just gonna hit and run and U-turn out into his Sceptile, and I obviously want to switch because, you know, type disadvantage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch out into my Registeel. He does predict the switch, but I'm not sure in what, as I'm just gonna go out into my Registeel, as he's gonna just go for the Dragon Pulse. So the Dragon Pulse is gonna do nothing because, you know, it's resisted, plus, you know, it's a Registeel. So I predicted him to switch out into his Victini, and I actually pull a double switch into my Flygon, and I am Scarfed, so I did expect to outspeed, but he's Scarfed too, and he's just gonna get off that U-turn, and he's just gonna hit and run again, and U-turn out into his Gastrodon. It's gonna take an Earthquake, and it's, you know, it's gonna take it okay, I guess. You know, it is a Gastrodon, so yeah. So I'm gonna switch out because he probably carries the Ice Beam, and it looks to be a 5-hit KO, and I won't be KOing him anytime soon. So I'm gonna go on to my Azelf on the incoming Ice Beam, and I figured, alright, why not set up rocks while we're here? So he's gonna switch out into his Victini. Not really sure why, and I'm just gonna set up my rocks, and I am going to stay in to see what he's going to lock himself into. And he locked himself into Fusion Bolt, predicting my switch into my Melodic. And, you know, he's going to get a crit on the Fusion Bolt, which did not matter one bit. And I'm going to go out into my Flygon because, you know, he's locked into Fusion Bolt, and you know, I'm immune to, electric type moves. So I predict to switch into his Gastrodon and go for the U-turn, and, you know, smack that Gastrodon in the face and U-turn out. So I'm just gonna go out to my Miss Magius, and this bit does kind of get stally. So yeah, so I'm just gonna set up a sub here, hoping to get up a few nasty plots, as he's just gonna go for the Scald to break my sub, as, you know, we're both just gonna get lefties. And this part does take quite a long bit, so sorry if this bit does kind of get boring. So you know, I'm just gonna Shadow Ball him, just to see how much damage it will do, and, you know, it does a decent chunk, as he's just gonna go for the Scald and get the burn, which sucks because, you know, that means I'll be dying sooner. So, you know, burn is gonna rack up and stuff, and I'm just gonna set up a sub. Not really sure why. It probably wasn't the best play because, you know, I probably should have just wanted. I should have probably just gone for the Shadow Ball, hoping to get a lot of damage onto this Gastrodon. So, you know, lefties burn and lefties again. So yeah, I'm just gonna get off a Shadow Ball, and here he decides to recover stall me with the burn. So he's just gonna recover his health back. That was kind of annoying for me, but I guess it was the best option for him. So yeah. So I'm just gonna get more lefties, and he's gonna get more lefties, and then I'm gonna get burned, and you know the drill, basically. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for another Shadow Ball, hoping to, you know, get a crit or something, as he's just gonna recover all that HP right back, and I'm just gonna get lefties this turn, and I'm just gonna get burned this turn. And, you know, Rebecca Black's about to die next turn, so, you know, that's great. So I'm just gonna go for the Shadow Ball one more time, and he's just gonna recover one more time. And I'm gonna get lefties and die. So yeah, now that Rebecca Black is out of the way, we're just gonna go out. I'm just gonna go out into my Registeel. I don't know why I went into my Registeel. Oh yeah, I went into my Registeel to bait him into going out into his Victini. So I actually put another double switch into my Melodic, because I knew I could take about 3 Fusion Bolts, because, you know, I am a bold-natured Milotic with max HP and max defense. So yeah, so he's just gonna go for the Fusion Bolt, and it's gonna do a decent chunk, I guess, as I'm just gonna get that super effective Scald off, and you know, it's gonna fail to KO. You know, if maybe I got a crit or something, that probably would have KO'd, but I didn't get a crit. So yeah, he's just gonna get off his final fusion bolt on my low tick, as I'm gonna try to predict the switch and go for the toxic, you know, thinking he might want to use his Victini as fodder. So yeah, and the toxic's just gonna you know, I'm just gonna hit the Victini with the toxic, and now I'm gonna switch out on the third fusion bolt into my fly gun, knowing I'm immune to fusion bolt, seeing as I am a ground type. And yeah, so down goes the Victini, and he's just gonna go out into his Gastrodon, and I don't really want to switch because I've already seen the ice beam, so I'm gonna switch out into my Melodic to take that. And this bit also gets kind of stalled, so he's just gonna hit my Melodic on the incoming ice beam, and yeah, we're both just gonna get lefties. And yeah, I'm just gonna go for the toxic because I wanted to get this Gastrodon toxic, because it's always good to kill a wall, and toxic is obviously the best way to kill a wall. So yeah, we're both just gonna get lefties and toxic damage, so he's just gonna get more toxic damage. And I'm just gonna go for the recovery, trying to recover stall him. And now here's the funny thing that's gonna happen. What I'm trying to say is that this Milotic is from Wild Chase's UU database, and I do have the hidden power Grass, which I actually didn't know about. So I'm gonna go for the hidden power Grass right now, and it really came to a surprise. To me, and it also came to a surprise to my opponent. So yeah, so he's just gonna hit me with the Scald one more time, and lefties recovery, and lefties on his side, and then toxic on both of our sides. So yeah, why does toxic and lefties take so long? I'm serious. So anyway, he's gonna switch into his Sceptile. I predict that and go for the toxic. So that was just like a great prediction on my part. And now I want to switch because I have the type disadvantage, and I don't want my Melodic to die just yet, because it's the only thing that can take on that Gastrodon, seeing as I do carry the HP Grass. So I'm gonna switch out, going to my Registeel, and he's gonna predict that, and he's gonna go for the Focus Blast. And judging by how much this Focus Blast does, I'm thinking he's Specs. And even though it is super effective, I am a careful natured Registeel with max special defense and max HP. So I did that Focus Blast did quite a bit for him not to be Specs. So yeah, he's just gonna take out my Registeel with the super effective Focus Blast, and he's just gonna get toxic damage. And I'm gonna go out into my Ampy Bomb just to revenge kill him with the Fake Out. So I'm just gonna go out to my Ampy Bomb, kill him off with the Fake Out. So yeah, it's good that Sceptile's out of the way. So now he's gonna go out into his Azumarill, and he's a choice bandit Azumarill with huge power, so he's just gonna go for the Aqua Jet, expecting it to KO, except he does get minimum damage, and I'm just gonna get off a return, and the return almost KOs. He lives with a little HP, and I'm just gonna die from my life orb. So now I'm gonna go out to my Melodic, and I'm just gonna, after this Aqua Jet, I'm just gonna get off that HP Grass, and it will KO. And it's basically my game here, because all he has left is Gastrodon, and that is gonna die to a HP Grass. So yeah. So this was my first upload to ULM, and I hope you guys really did enjoy this, even though the stally parts and stuff. But yeah, so subscribe to ULM, because ULM is great. And also check out my channel if you like it, if you liked my narration. And peace out, guys.